Hello everybody, my name is Barry Schwartz and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, December 23rd, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. First up, you can see I'm wearing this very classy sweater. I don't know if you can see it. Try to back this up a little bit. So you see it's Bing. Microsoft Bing sent me this sweater, I think from London. It's pretty cool. So just adjust that camera a little bit, so you can see it's pretty tight. But it's the ugly sweater I thought I'd wear for this one recap. Anyway, first up, a lot of controversy this week about Google's algorithm and it's serving up anti-Semitic or racist sites. One was around the "Did the Holocaust happen?" query. And there was a lot of controversy around that. Google told Danny Sullivan at Search Engine Land that they recently made an improvement to their algorithm that kind of boost up higher quality sites that hopefully reduce the rankings of, or boost it above these higher quality sites, and hopefully that would help with these anti-Semitic sites. Didn't seem to exactly. Obviously, Danny Sullivan tracked it and showed that certain things did change. But you still see, and I still see this, 10 reasons why the Holocaust didn't happen. Wikipedia's, Holocaust denial, which is a valid site. But there are other sites that are actually starting to rank. So I'm kind of, outside of that, did Google update their algorithm in the past week? Maybe specifically for this query. But truthfully, when news spikes around a specific query that hits the news, then you have the QDF stuff start hitting, query deserves freshness. You have search volume impacting the query results and news results impacting the query results as well. And that alone seems to me to be a reason why the search results would shift around a specific query that hits the news. And it happens a lot. Also, I did not see any major algorithm shifts since December 15th in general. So again, it could have been just this query, but it's just weird that Google would send that comment, but I didn't see anything specifically around after December 15th and so forth. Google actually actively said that they're actively working on adding a year worth of search analytics data to the Search Console. Google said they've been working on this since 2013. We heard hints about it in 2015 and 2014, but John Mueller, which is rare for John Mueller, he actually said that they are actively working on it. He didn't give a timeline, but I suspect, hopefully, it will be very, very soon. Google's featured snippets are now showing up way more often now than they were 30 days ago. This is from both Rank Ranger and Mozcast. And you can see these charts from the beginning of the month, from 30 days out to about 30 days out to now. And you can see Mozcast shows about 13-14%, then it spikes to over 15, almost 16%, whereas Rank Ranger says, about 8%, then it spikes to over 10%. And you can see a lot more feature snippets showing up in the search results. I think a lot of that has to do with Google saying, hey, a lot of people are using Google Home, a lot of people are using Google Assistant, and we need to show more feature snippets for that purpose, and Google's been doing that. And also they actually released, or they mentioned releasing a new algorithm, a machine learning algorithm called sentence compression, which would make it easier for Google to surface these things. Back when they announced that they updated it and they released this algorithm, I didn't see anything, but now maybe this is where it's coming in. Maybe they released it, but now they're actually pushing it out, and that's why we're seeing a shift and increase in that feature snippets. Big Webmaster Tools has a new look. It's subtle. You actually don't notice the major changes, but it's more mobile friendly. It's not responsive, and it's more cosmetic than anything. There's icon improvements, viewports updates, and here's some screenshots of it. So you can see some screenshots of the new design, mostly the reporting end. So it's pretty neat. It looks pretty cool. Google's Search Console has now updated their AMP reports to differentiate between critical and non-critical issues. Critical issues would obviously impact the AMP pages from actually showing the features related to AMP pages. Whereas non-critical issues was just be good to fix, and now they actually label what's critical versus what's not critical in those reports, which is cool. Google Search Console also may have updated the AMP and rich cards reports. According to the data non-release page, on December 13th, Google Search Console performed an infrastructure update that may cause a change in your data around the AMP reports, and the same thing around on December 14th for the rich cards reports. So that's something to take notice of. Google made a big change for me, at least. The Google Search Console, where it has an update line, it used to look like this. Let me zoom in so you can see it. So it had this line called update, and now they changed it to note. And the reason they did that was because I told them to do this. One is I told them, say, please change that line, because people were constantly emailing me. Google shows there's an update. There's an update line. Google did an update to their algorithm. I'm like, no, it's just an update to how Google Search Console reports on the data. It has nothing to do with algorithm updates. And it was one of those things that were constantly coming up. And it was fairly annoying. So thanks to Google for updating that for me. So Nathan Johns from Google tweeted out this week that, let me just show you his tweet, okay? You can read his tweet, make what you want of it, but let me show it to you. So there's all this controversy around fake news and so forth. Take a look at this tweet from Nathan. He works at Google. He's been at Google for a long time as a search quality analysis person. If you're going to complain about fake news, maybe think twice about those tabula and outbrain links on your site. Those links are basically links that when you mouse over certain words on the page and you click on it by accident, or you mouse over them, things hover up and pop up. They're like sponsored links that go into your content. Most people find them really, really annoying. And he's saying if you're gonna complain about fake news by submitting like fake news reports to Google, don't put those links in there. And the truth is, I kind of said, hey, Google's calling out these types of links, tabula and outbrain links, and obviously they got a little upset because it's not Google, it's Nathan, and he doesn't represent Google, but he's been at Google forever, and he's a search quality analyst, and if he's saying something, maybe Google search quality team is thinking about it, maybe not, I don't know, but I think most people wouldn't complain if Google went ahead and took some action against those types of sites. Google said this morning in a Webmaster chat or forum thread that if you have similar new URLs that are similar to older URLs, so for example, I wrote like my-bad-links-url.html versus my-bad-link versus links URL.html. If you 404 the first and make a new one, Google's not going to say, all right, the new one is exactly the same as the old one, just a different URL, slightly different URL change. We're going to pass the signals. Google doesn't pass signals based on URLs looking similar. Google also said, and they said this once before, that there is no penalty for not linking out. So there's no penalty if you do not link out. I wish there was, but there isn't. Google gave their clearance for webmasters to go with HTTP2 server. So they can actually go ahead and do that. They say Googlebot will handle that fine. Don't worry about it. Setting up HTTP2, go for it. Googlebot won't hold you back. Google said they will treat, we covered this topic before, what if you are a Sabbath observer and your rabbi tells you that you have to go ahead and take down or disable portions of your website on Saturdays. Google finally said they spoke with a team. John Mueller said he spoke with a team, and they said they would treat those interstitials similar to legal or policy interstitials, and they won't hold it against you when they launch their mobile interstitial penalty on January 10th. John Mueller also said there's no one single recipe for search ranking success. It's like a no-brainer, but every site is different. We use hundreds of factors. No one recipe for success. Be yourself. Google also said they don't give any special ranking boost to Wikipedia. There's no, this is Wikipedia, they should rank better. Google said Wikipedia ranks just like any other website on the web. They don't get any ranking boost. Of course, Wikipedia has great content and lots of links. Google's local pack added some filters, which is pretty cool. So maybe I can show you that. personally, supposedly I'm like one of the few people that see it. At least the filters over here, people see. But always over here, hours, or you can search by hours or distance, and sort by distance or relevancy and so forth. So that's new filters that you can see in the local pack. This is fun. Google's Gary from Google asked, go ahead and give a synonym for SEO Webmaster. Go ahead, quick, do it. So of course I'm the first to respond with the word spammer, and he said no. Another Googler said architect, illusionist, traffic generator, optimizer, rainmaker, conductor, workhorse, marketer, hacker, stressed, overworked, god, wrangler, and so forth and so forth. So it's pretty fun to see how SEOs would describe themselves both in a sarcastic tone as well as in a serious tone. And finally, it's the holidays, sweater. And Google, also big, but Google has their doodles coming up. They have one for today, which is both a winter one, if you're in the winter cold climates, or in the warmer climates, they have a warmer version. And also tomorrow, which is not out yet, unless you're in Australia, a cold and a warm one. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully they'll have more logos for the next few days. And of course, Bing has a very nice background. They'll probably update it as well going forward. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. I hope everybody has a great week this week. Happy holidays. And I'll see you guys probably next week. I'll probably be doing this as well. Everyone, again, today is Friday, December 23rd. My name is Barry Schwartz, and thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Everyone, have a great weekend. Happy holidays, and goodbye.